I do not post if I'm not feeling it. Like, it's just because similar to what I learned with my music. So when I'm singing a note, if I went into that recording studio back in my 20s, the air conditioning's on, it's cold, I'm not getting the take I want. It's frustrating. I'm feeling tense and stress in my body now. And you're hearing that in the vocal take. At home, in my home studio, I set the lighting, put cool smells on, and just, do all the things, got my cacao.
Yeah.
And
it's foreplay.
There's no pressure. And then I just nail the take straight away and I'm loving it. Social media is the same. If I am in my zone and loving it, and when I do a post that I really care about, the moment I press send, I tune in to like spirit, just getting all woo here. I press send and I summons up the energy and I imagine as it's sending out, it's reaching and connecting to all the people who really need it to reach, who need to hear that for the day, or, and I see that landing, I see that happening. And if I'm not in that vibe where I'm fully engaged with my own message, which is an extension of my energy, then that's felt, because I've noticed every single time I've just done a post without that energy, or I don't care too much about it, it doesn't get as much traction. So the energy is real, man.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, it's just I'm going to use a more technical way of describing a woo concept that I totally believe in. And it's like, we can't understand, if we try and deconstruct and fully comprehend what's going on that creates social media success, we actually sterilize it. We lose something if we're like, well, what's the script or the formula? It's like, you've got to feel it and you've got to be in the right emotional state. And when you're in that inspired state, the people can feel that. It's too slow to try and deconstruct. You just got to get in the emotional energy of it.
Yeah. 100%. And
then when you're writing and you realize that you're not in the energy, then the skill is not writing, it's actually being or embodying or clearing up your own energy so that when you write, it's just flowing through.
I know. And just like off the back, if there's anybody listening to this and you're in a course that tells you have to post every day, like when you're doing a launch, you are meant to, like, obviously if you've got like 2 weeks left before a cutoff and it's not an evergreen course, like it's like it's happening in that moment. Yes, regular posting, people are going to see it, but that consistency, people are going to feel like you mean business and they're going to see you as an authority. All of that's relevant. But if you're just generally being you, and I refuse to be a slave to social media. And as long as I am staying engaged with my audience, so I kind of a couple of times a week will post on my story. At least once a week, I'll just get really into my story. And people seem to like it. Even when I posted the person who trolled me, I had so many people sticking up for me and writing me nice messages. And so I could have either shrunk away from that and let it bother me. I could have deleted their post. I could have had it playing on my mind. I could have been overly obsessed with, analyzing myself from that. Or if you can't beat them, join them. Like, I just turn that thing into the flower and just change it into something else, like my mum taught me. And I think that's the key, So I don't know where I'm going. I'm getting hungry.
Okay. We'll maybe we'll wrap up soon then.
Yeah.
There's a couple pieces I'll touch on with socials, and then we'll wrap up. I think one is like, yes, you do need to be in the right energy to get impact, but it can become a pressure. It can become a pressure to like constantly be in the right energy and constantly being checked and reviewed and on trial. And it's really important to give yourself permission to be all of yourself. And if you're, coming on every day and you're like, okay, I've got to perform for social media, I've got to be in the right energy. That's not it. You got to find a way to be able to be in the right energy, and for that to give you permission to be all of who you are at the same time, which kind of seems like a conflict. But all the deepest truths are like reconciliations of paradoxes. So
I love that.
Like,
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's nuanced in the sense that you can be pissed off, you can be inspired, you can be tired, you can be all these things, and be in the right energy at the same time. And it's about how you own it. It's about how you lean into it rather than resisting or shying away, I guess.
100%. This week I've done all of it. This week I've done a post that I didn't really care too much about. It got a bit of traction and stuff, but I was like, why did I even post that? Like, I just thought about it later. It's not in my heart. Whereas over the weekend, I was creating and all I could do was create. And so I wanted to share that, and I shared it and people loved it. Before that, I was a little bit sick because I got food poisoning. And then next minute I'm scroll holding all day and I can't stop. And so we go through these waves all the time. And so for me, what I'm realizing is social media is just my mirror.
Yeah.
I'm scroll holding when I'm bored inside. I'm sharing when I'm inspired inside. I'm obsessed with other people when I'm not happy with myself. It's just our mirror.
Amen.